My sister and I saved the alpha of Blackwood Pack. He offered us a reward, $30 million, or marrying his only son. His son was a mystery. He had never appeared in public, and rumors said he was hideously ugly and impotent. My sister begged me to marry him, but she didn't know that the alpha heir was actually the hottest guy on campus, the captain of the hockey team. After we got married, he was always thoughtful and caring. He showered me with expensive jewelry and all kinds of luxury gifts. Meanwhile, my sister gambled away her $30 million at casinos. When she couldn't pay off her debts, her creditors slashed her face with a silver blade. She blamed it on me, then she pushed me off a rooftop. But she lost her balance and fell with me. When I opened my eyes again, we were both back on the day we saved the alpha. This time, my sister jumped in before I could speak and chose the alpha heir. I smiled. $30 million was way better than spending the rest of my life with a psychopath.
Alpha, I choose to marry your son.
Chloe blurted out before anyone else could speak. She was trembling with excitement. It seemed Chloe had recovered her memories as well. Victor Blackwood didn't answer immediately.
Sylvia, you're the elder sister. You choose first.
Just as I expected. To him, I was a quiet, obedient Omega, easy to control. Chloe, on the other hand, was outgoing, impulsive, hardly the ideal choice for his son.
Sylvia, you've heard the rumors too, haven't you? His son is ugly and they say he's impotent. I don't want to see you trapped in an unhappy marriage for the rest of your life. Let me be his mate instead.
I was ecstatic about her words, but I forced a worried expression.
Are you sure? What if you regret it someday?
Absolutely not. I know I haven't always been the best sister to you, but that'll change. I'll put in a good word for you with Mom and Dad, and things will be different between us.
All right. Chloe, just remember what you said today.
Alpha, I'll take the $30 million.
A flash of disappointment crossed his eyes.
Alpha, don't worry. I've never been with anyone before. I'm saving myself for my future husband. And I'll do everything I can to help Adrian manage the Blackwood Pack. If I ever make mistakes, please tell me. I'll work hard to improve.
Good. But I'm sure Adrian and the Blackwood Pack will be pleased never to hear that. But there's one rule in the Blackwood Pack that you must never forget. Once my son marks you, this chosen bond can never be no rejection. The bond lasts until death.
Of course. I'll never leave him.
Victor made the rule sound romantic, but I knew what he really meant. I lowered my gaze, a mocking smile tugging at my lips. Adrian had never found his true mate. What Victor wanted wasn't a fated Luna. He wanted a chosen Luna. One who couldn't run away, one he could keep under control. In my last life, Victor had never bothered explaining this rule to me. He knew he didn't need to. I cared too much about my family. Just threatening my parents was enough to make me give in. As for Chloe, she didn't need threats. Money and power were all it took. Greedy, selfish Chloe and the monster Adrian were a match made in heaven.
Dad, Mom, I'm marrying Adrian, Blackwood Pack's alpha there. I'm going to be the future Luna!
Chloe, are you serious? You're not joking, are you?
Elena pointed at the news report playing on the TV.
The Blackwoods? You mean those Blackwoods?
A story about the Blackwood consortium donating $130 million to Silverport University.
Who else would I be talking about? Adrian is the most popular guy at our university. You saw him at my graduation, remember? He's handsome, kind, and he is also the captain of the hockey team. Girls are obsessed with him. I never imagined he was the alpha heir all along. The alpha already set a date. The marking ceremony will be held on the next full moon. You're looking at the future Luna of the Blackwood Pack. $130 million. They must be unbelievably rich. They're insanely rich. The Blackwoods aren't just the strongest pack on the West Coast. They own companies in all kinds of industries.
Semiconductors, luxury brands, biotech. They make money from everything. And they have a rule. Once you're bonded for life.
I sat quietly, watching Chloe beam. I could practically feel how happy she was. The Blackwoods were rich, but everything came with a price. Chloe didn't know the Blackwood Consortium's $130 million donation wasn't an act of generosity. It was hush money. Adrian had played a part in a young Omega girl's death. Victor had spent a fortune to bury the scandal and make sure everyone involved stayed silent. And the marking ceremony scheduled for 2 weeks later wasn't because of some auspicious full moon. A grand ceremony made it easier to hide ugly truths.
If Chloe is marrying the alpha heir, then what did Sylvia get?
Just $30 million.
Martin and Elena's eyes immediately lit up.
Sylvia, that's a lot of money for an Omega. Why don't you put it in the family account? You can always use it whenever you need.
I almost laughed. Despite our different choices, they still favored Chloe. In my last life, Chloe had taken the 30 million. Our parents told her to spend the money however she wanted, dress herself up, and find a better mate. Then they came to me for money. Their excuses never changed. Chloe was younger, yes, by exactly 1 minute.
Dad, Mom, I can't put that money in the family account because that money was meant for me only. I don't think the Alpha would be happy if he found out I shared it with someone else. And when Chloe marries into the Blackwood pack, people will think less of her for it.
Forget it. It's only $30 million. Mom, Dad, let her keep it. Once Adrian and I are bonded, $30 million will be nothing to us. But you have to promise me something.
What is it?
Stay away from Adrian, and you're not living here anymore.
Sure. I'll pack my things right now. I won't come back unless I have to. And while we're at it, congratulations in advance. I hope you and Adrian have a wonderful marriage and lots of pups. Good. Sylvia, be good like this and I might let you meet Adrian's friends.
I didn't bother replying. I knew his friends better than she did. Not a single one of them was good. I had everything packed into one suitcase, a few changes of clothes, my laptop, and a bank card with $30 million. I dragged my suitcase out the front door without looking back. The second I got into my Uber, I burst out laughing. From now on, no more jealous little sister trying to ruin my life, no sadistic alpha heir, and no parents who always put Chloe first. I'd never been this happy in my life. Even the sky over Silverport looked bluer than usual. With $30 million in my account, the first thing I did was buy a fully furnished apartment downtown. Pack warriors guarded it 24/7, and the whole building was under tight security. For the first time in my life, no one could walk into my room and touch my things without my permission. Over the next few months, I focused on building my future. Mostly, that meant investing. I'd always been interested in the stock market. In my last life, I lost more often than not, but I learned which stocks would eventually rise. I also registered my own media company. By the time I finished choosing a site for my company, I received Chloe and Adrian's wedding invitations. The invitation itself looked like a work of art. Chloe video called me.
Did you get the invitation?
Her eyes lit up with pride.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Of course, I had them custom made at one of the best ateliers in New York. Each one cost over $10,000.
Wow, that's a lot. Not really, just a few $1 million. It's nothing for the Black Hoods.
Did you see the card inside? Adrian wrote every name himself. Not only is he handsome, he's also very good at calligraphy.
So sis, do you regret not choosing Adrian back then?
I ran my fingers over the silver lettering on the invitation.
Why would I?
My smile deepening.
I'm glad you're happy.
You really are hopeless. I used to walk all over you and I still do. Guess you're just meant to stay beneath me in both lifetimes.
I pretended not to understand her. She finally ended the call, satisfied. My gaze lingered on the name written in ancient pack script. I knew that handwriting too well. Adrian had an attractive face and beautiful, long-fingered hands. And those same hands, when used for cruelty, were just as unforgettable. In my past life, he was obsessed with practicing ancient pack calligraphy. He would force me onto the cold floor of his study, naked, and he traced characters across my skin. With a pen dipped in silver ink, each mark burned into my flesh like fire. The pain lingered for hours before it finally faded. He called it taming an omega. Just a few fragments of that memory were enough to leave me drenched in cold sweat. Adrian was my nightmare. If I didn't face him, he would haunt me for the rest of my life. I took a deep breath and shifted my gaze to the computer screen. My stock account was all green. It was a pretty large sum. I wouldn't have dared to imagine this before, but I'd done it. So why stop here? Why not go further and beat the Blackwoods? The Blackwood Pack's marking ceremony. Her wedding gown was pure white silk, embroidered with silver wolf patterns. Adrian was dressed in a custom-tailored Italian suit. He carried such an overwhelming aura that most of the guests instinctively lowered their heads. It really was a perfect match, especially the moment he knelt on one knee, baring his neck as he swore his vow to Chloe.
Chloe, I'll protect you for the rest of my life. You won't regret marrying me.
Chloe was so moved.
I believe you.
Thunderous applause erupted from the crowd, and a few guests were moved to tears. Only Adrian's so-called friends wore amused, mocking expressions. They were just like him, always running wild together, as long as they didn't harm the family's interests. They challenged the alpha heir. Their parents let them do whatever they wanted. It was just allowance money to them. After the ceremony, I stood in a corner with a glass of champagne, keeping my head lowered, but he still noticed me. He walked over with a glass of whiskey, a faint smile on his lips.
You must be Chloe's sister. You weren't around when I visited her family before, so this is our first meeting, right?
He leaned in slightly, as if trying to catch my scent.
I heard you're busy. Too busy to even attend family dinners?
I had no choice but to look up at him. His brows lifted slightly, my hands clenched tightly. The pain helped me fight against the fear inside. His alpha aura pressed down on me, not strong, but enough to make an Omega's legs go weak.
Yeah, I've been busy with work.
Adrian licked his lips.
Oh? What kind of work? Maybe I can help.
His voice was low and dangerous, like the start of a hunt, an alpha heir's help. Any other Omega would have been flattered, but all it did was send a chill down my spine. My instincts screamed one word: run. Just then, Chloe stepped forward from the crowd, placing herself between us. I understood immediately. She was marking her territory.
Adrian, the pack leaders are still waiting for us.
Only then did Adrian let me go. His gaze lingered on me for a second longer. A meaningful smile curved his lips before he followed Chloe to other guests. I didn't dare stay any longer. I grabbed my bag and left.